Hello, my name is Analisia. I have a 30-minute flow for you today, focusing on eagle pose. We will be working our way up to that point. So if it doesn't feel good in the body, always keep in mind there are modifications offered. I have 2 blocks with me, and we will be challenging our balance and igniting through our core. So I hope you're as excited as I am. Eagle is a personal favorite of mine. We're gonna get started on our backs. Making your way there, taking any variation on your back that feels good to you. Legs can be out long, the soles of the feet can be planted. Just first settling into this space. Let the eyelids be heavy, fully ground into the earth, into your body. Setting an intention to be fully present for the next 30 minutes of your practice. Knowing that twists help us to deepen into that connection, deepen into our bodies. Invite that in with an open heart, open mind. Take a deep, full breath in, fill up. Exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Now beginning to extend those legs, nice and long. We're gonna bring the right leg over the left, and then the right arm underneath the left for your supine eagle. If this feels a little too intense, you take the eagle hug, or you can keep those knees just squeezing together. Take a deep, full breath in. Exhale, we close it out. One more time on this side. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Deep breath in, neutral, we switch sides. Now left leg over the right, left arm underneath. Just starting with a gentle warm up of our center. Inhale to open, exhale to close. One more time, inhale to open, exhale to close. Now slowly release out, breathe into this first. And then we slowly begin to unwind. Hands can wrap around the shins. And we slowly begin to rock forward and back. If this feels a little too intense, you can drop to one side and push your way up, making your way to that tabletop. Finding shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, drop belly, cow pose. Exhale, cat around the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Notice how it feels to articulate through the spine. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Deep breath in, neutral. Exhale, slow and controlled. Lift the right knee 90 degrees. We keep that right knee as it is, and then we slowly release behind the left. If you need to shift those knees around to find a neutral space, take a deep, full breath in. Exhale, hands walk back. We find our shoelace shape. Right arm comes underneath the left. Starting with a gentle twist with the upper body. Maybe that eagle hug feels better here. Notice if the knees can be stacked. The opposite ankle pulling towards the opposite sit bone. Take a strong, deep, full breath in. Exhale, let it go. Slowly releasing the hands out. Plant the hands, walk back to your tabletop, unwind the legs. We'll switch sides. Deep breath in, left knee kicks out. Keep that 90-degree shape. Pivot the right shin to the left, drop left knee behind the right. Deep inhale. Exhale, we slowly walk back. Shoelace once again, this time left arm comes underneath the right for your eagle. Or maybe starting more gentle with your eagle hug. Checking in with that lower body. Maybe you need to shift a little bit to find stillness. Let the eyelids be heavy. Deep, full breath in. Feel the body expand. Exhale, side out. Slow and controlled. We start to unwind the arms. We plant the hands. Make your way back to your neutral tabletop. Unwind the legs. Finding that neutral space. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Tuck all 10 toes. We start to bring those knees to hover. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift high through tailbone. Find length through the spine. If you need to walk those hands, one handprint in front, feel free to do so. Finding some movement in your downward facing dog. Maybe taking your dog for a walk. If you feel sensitive through wrists, you can grip the edge of your mat. Deep breath in, find stillness. We exhale, gaze forward. Slow tiptoe to top of mat, ragdoll. Feet hip distance width apart. Upper body is heavy, maybe gripping for elbows. Maybe interlacing fingers behind the neck. Maybe hands interlaced behind the back. Feeling the length through the spine. The length through the neck, head is heavy. Slow and controlled, release the hands to earth. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift, hands slide up shins, or those blocks can come underneath the hands, keeping a nice strong flat spine. Exhale to lower, back to forward fold. Inhale, we rise, tall mountain, find length, arms extend high overhead, squeeze through glutes, give a slight tuck to tailbone, breathe in, find length. Exhale, bring right foot behind the left, cross those ankles. Deep inhale, right arm comes underneath the left, eagle arms. Exhale, unwind, cactus the arms, open through heart. Inhale, eagle. Exhale, cactus open. Deep breath in, tall mountain, we unwind the legs. Moving through the opposite side. Exhale, the left foot comes behind the right. Left arm underneath the right for the eagle arms. Always know if you need to modify, you can take that eagle hug if that feels better. Inhale to lift the elbows. Exhale to open the arms, cactus. Deep breath in, cactus, or take the eagle arms, lift through elbows. Exhale to cactus. Sometimes I get way too excited about my heart openers. Inhale to eagle. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, tall mountain. Unwind the legs. Find length. Ground deep through feet. Exhale, we fold forward. Once again, find space in this forward fold. Maybe you give a slow sway from side to side. If you need to, invite in that generous bend into legs. Just taking a moment to counterbalance the twist and the opening. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We plant the hands. Step back, high plank. Option here. If you'd like, you're just gonna lift through the tailbone, skipping the vinyasa that we're about to move through. Downward facing dog is a great option if vinyasas are not in your practice. If not, we shift forward to that high plank, starting with knees meeting the earth. We slowly release all the way to belly. Take your time. Elbows remain into ribs the whole way through. Untuck the toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Shoulders roll up and back. Lift the heart. Give a slight tuck to the chin, helping neutral spine. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, baby cobra. Maybe this time we float through the fingers. Option, you can always float through the toes. Take a strong deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Hands slide back to frame ribs. Inhale to full cobra, lift heart, lift chin. Exhale, tuck toes, lift tailbone, downward facing dog. That is your modified vinyasa. If that feels better in the body, feel free to take that at any point throughout this flow. Now we're gonna flow through breath to movement. Deep inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float or hop to top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tall mountain, root to rise. Hands extend high overhead. Exhale, we cross right ankle behind left. Eagle arms, right underneath the left. Inhale to lift elbows. Exhale, cactus the arms open. Just one time through. Inhale, tall mountain, unwind the legs. Other side. Exhale, left ankle behind right. Left elbow underneath the right. We lift, inhale. Exhale, cactus, unwind, hips push forward. Inhale, tall mountain, uncross the ankles. Find nice strong length here. Exhale, fold forward. Take a moment here in that forward fold, just one breath. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, plant hands. Option for down dog. Or we ripple forward to high plank. Option to drop to knees or to belly. Or we shift forward, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of thighs and knees can be lifted, or if it feels better, you can drop. Tuck the toes, we lift the tailbone. Taking a moment in our downward facing dog. Now moving one more time through. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, cross the ankle, right underneath left. Lift the elbows. Exhale, cactus the arms, hips push forward. Inhale, tall mountain, unwind ankles, other side. Exhale, left crosses underneath. Left arm underneath, we lift elbows, deep breath in. Exhale, cactus and open. Inhale, tall mountain, unwind legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands. Option for that, vinyasa, or skipping and meeting in downward facing dog. Wherever you are, we meet in downward facing dog. Take one full round of breath. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Deep breath in. Right leg begins to float, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the foot between the hands. Slow and controlled, release the knee to earth. We inhale to grounded lunge. Arms extend overhead, hips fall forward. Inviting in eagle arms, right arm underneath the left. Always know, take that eagle hug if it feels better. Beginning to slowly lift through the elbows, whatever arm variation you're in. Keeping in mind that these twists are helping us to deepen the connection to our body, allowing us to feel more, be more present. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lengthen the right leg. Option to keep these arms as we sink into a half split. Or you can always release out, framing the foot. Maybe those blocks come into play here. There's no pressure to hit any type of form. Release the expectation of what your body should look like, and just allow your body to be as it is. Inviting in those eagle arms if you are feeling that in the body. Deep breath in, we lunge, slowly begin to lift the elbows. Begin to tuck those back toes, lift through the knee, arrive in crescent eagle arms, knowing that the first time in a shape, your body's gonna need to kind of absorb and settle in. So if at first it starts to feel uncomfortable, I invite you to stay and breathe into it. Maybe the hips sink a little bit more forward. Maybe you lift through the elbows a little bit higher, finding that eye level. Option for those eagle hug if the shoulders start to feel a little too intense. There's no pressure. Starting to build that heat. One more full deep breath in, one more full deep breath out. Slowly begin to bend into your back knee. We inhale to a one-legged Tadasana. So we're gonna give our arms a break. Arms extend overhead. Left knee pulls into chest. This is a balancing pose. If this feels a little too intense, we can modify by bringing a block underneath that foot. You're still able to keep your leg closer to that 90-degree angle. So know that that is there for you. Or we can always kickstand the toe. Breathe in here, find length. Ooh. And then it's okay if you find wobble. Balancing are my favorite because they are humbling. They remind us that we're human. Deep breath in, lift the knee. Exhale, eagle pose. We're gonna take the full eagle now. The left leg will wrap fully around the right. Left arm will come underneath the right. You can modify here by taking your eagle hug. You can kickstand the toes out. You can also just take regular chair if that feels better to you. Wherever you are, just come back to the breath. It can be open mouth. It can be your ujjayi. We're just finding stillness, embracing the uncomfortable. That's always where the growth is. One more full round of breath. It's okay if the ankle is wobbling, your body is helping to ground here. Inhale, we slowly unwind, chair pose. Feet are hip distance width apart here. Arms are long to top diagonal. Biceps can frame the face, or hands can be at heart center if your shoulders need a little break, which if they do, that's okay. Option always to progress by floating through heels. Taking one more full round of breath. Strong, deep, full breath in. Exhale, release, forward fold. Maybe walking through the feet, stretching through all the muscles in the feet that we use daily. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back, downward facing dog. Or if it's in your practice, inhale to ripple forward, moving through your vinyasa. Always option to modify by dropping those knees to earth. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now flowing through that on the opposite side. Inhale, left leg kicks high, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, plant the foot between the hands. Drop the right knee to earth, option to tuck or untuck those toes. And if you need to, feel free to invite those blocks into your practice. Maybe just at first, noticing how that left hip feels. Still keeping the shoulders nice and rolled back, heart is open. Strong, deep, full breath in. We exhale to eagle. Whoa, eagle, got ahead of myself there. See, that's how much I love eagle. We're gonna invite in those eagle arms. So left arm comes underneath the right. Take a nice strong lift through the elbows. Holding and breathing here. Option for the eagle hug if that feels better. Slow and controlled. Begin to lengthen left leg out. We exhale to that half split with eagle arms. Always release those hands if that feels better. Try to maintain what you did on the other side here as well. Trying to kind of bring our body back to equilibrium a little bit better. One more full round of breath. Still leading with the heart. Inhale to lunge into leg. Lift the elbows. Option to release the hands to help with this transition, or we tuck the toes, lift for your full crescent. Breathing into this shape. Notice how it feels when the back knee is lifted versus when it's grounded. Notice first what the knee is doing of that lunging leg. Maybe we can sink into it a little bit deeper. And maybe that back heel can be more active, pushing you forward. And if you wobble, that's okay. Allow that heel to remain active as it pushes you forward. Notice the difference between when my heel is passive versus when it's active. Take a strong, deep, full breath in. We exhale to slowly bend into knee and rise to our one-legged Tadasana. Arms extend overhead, finding that same balancing shape as we did on the other side. Now you have options here. You can bring that block to help assist if the balance is still new to you. The shoulders can remain down the spine. Another variation you can take, bringing hands to heart center to give your shoulders a little break. Wherever you are, just take a breath to find the stillness in the balancing shape. One more full round of breath here. Take a strong deep breath in. Exhale, full eagle. Right leg wraps fully around the left. Right arm fully underneath the left. Now, there's always going to be one side that you feel a little bit more confident in than the other. This is my less confident side, and I'm okay to own it because, like you can see, I'm clearly struggling to find balance. So I'm going to take the kickstand variation here. Still going to keep my eagle arms. My toes are kicking out to side just to help me feel more stable, more secure. And then if we can, just begin to soften into the sit bones a little bit more, knowing that everything we've been doing in those mini yoga basics build up to this shape. Sometimes we have to remember that our bodies are stronger than we give them credit, and this is when we start to see them really shine. One more full round of breath here. Inhale, chair pose, unwind. Arms reach high overhead, or you can modify with hands to heart center. This time checking on the toes, bringing the big toes to touch. Heels are apart an inch or two. Now using your inner thighs to squeeze and to sink. If you'd like, you can have those heels lifted, giving yourself a little bit more of a balancing challenge. Maybe sinking 2 more inches. One more full round of breath here. Connecting back to breath. If you start to feel the heat building in the body, always feel free to take those open mouthed exhales. Slowly releasing the heels to earth. Deep full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Now spinning a breath in your forward fold. Just swaying through whatever feels good here. Giving your hamstrings a nice stretch. Our lower body just did some nice work built into that. Great lower body function. We inhale to halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, plant hands, stepping back, either flowing through a vinyasa or meeting in downward facing dog, whichever variation feels best in your body. Slow and controlled. Lowering to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Resetting, reconnecting. Coming back to our intention that we set at the beginning of our practice. Letting the poses that we take today connect us deeper to our bodies. Knowing that our yoga poses are not meant to be about getting the body into a pose, but about helping the pose, or helping the, what am I trying to say here? Helping the body, or helping, the pose helps us get into our bodies. That's what I was trying to say. So always keep that in mind when we're flowing. Take a deep, full breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Now really anchor into the palms here. We take a deep full breath in. Right leg lifts high. Exhale, knee comes into nose. Slowly release the right knee behind the right wrist. The left ankle, or the right ankle, comes to the left wrist. And then we release the left leg long behind us. Taking a deep inhale, open through the heart. Exhale to sink into your full pigeon. Now you can remain upright if that hip feels a little tight. Or you can come down to your forearms. If you'd like, you can use that block to assist, bringing the earth up to you. Or the block can come underneath the right hip. I'm gonna slide this underneath my right hip just because I'm feeling a little tighter in those hips today. Every time I flow, I always try to use blocks because nothing feels better than a little assist from time to time. Maybe the eyelids grow soft. Coming back to the breath, asking yourself, how often are you really connecting to your body? One more full round of breath here. Take a strong deep breath in. We slowly begin to walk up onto hands, moving the block out of the way if you'd like it. So you can stay as you are here, or I'm going to invite in a little bit of a deeper quad stretch. Bending into our back leg, the left hand can reach back to grip the top of foot and pull into the sit bone. Just for a few rounds of breath, moving in and out. This is totally optional. Exhale to slowly release out, plant the hand. We tuck the toe, lift and arrive back in downward facing dog. Switching through the opposite side. Deep breath in, left leg floats high, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee behind left wrist. Shin comes as parallel to top of mat as you'd like. The right leg is long behind you. Once again, option for those block variations. Underneath the hip, underneath the hands. Make your way all the way down. Knowing that what one side needs may be different than the other. So always making sure to connect and to listen. Observe how your body feels in the ease, in the stillness, in the softness. Take a deep full breath in, slowly walking up onto hands. We bend into back leg, option for that quad stretch, just for a few moments here. Then we slowly release out, tuck the toes, make your way to your downward facing dog. Deep breath in, slowly releasing down to knees. Hips swing to one side, legs to the other, making your way all the way down to your back. Nice deep breath in, hug knees into chest, hands wrap around shins, giving a slow rock from side to side. Arms come out to a T shape. Deep breath in. Exhale, knees fall to left. Your gaze to right, supine twist. Let the eyelids be soft or gaze gently at the tip of the nose. Observing how this gentle twist feels in the body. Realizing that our bodies need the rest as well as the effort. So always seeking the balance between the two. One more full round of breath here. Strong deep breath in, slowly bringing knees into chest. Exhale, knees fall to right, your gaze to left. Letting that left shoulder be an anchor. Maybe that left knee pulls a little closer to your right side. Bringing your full awareness back to the breath, the rise and fall of the chest, as we slowly begin to wind down. One more full round of breath here. Take a strong, deep, full breath in. Slowly begin to bring knees back into chest. Hands wrap around shins, giving yourself some love here. Maybe inviting in a slow rock from side to side. Inhale, find stillness. Exhale, happy baby. Hands reach for big toes or outer edges of the feet. And we invite in a slow rock from side to side. If you feel like there's any finishing shapes you need in your practice, this is definitely the space to do so. Deep breath in, find stillness. Begin to hug the knees into chest. We exhale our final resting shape, Shavasana. Legs can be out in any direction that feels good to you. Palms can be face up to receive. Palms can be face down to ground, or maybe placed on the belly and the heart to connect back to breath and to body. Eyelids are soft. Body is soft. Allow yourself to take full rest. Now, if you're able, I invite you to stay in Shavasana for a little bit longer. But if you're ready to move on with your day, inviting small movements back into fingers and toes, into wrists and ankles, being gentle as you awaken the body. Take a deep, full breath in. Good morning stretch. Body is long. Exhale, hug knees into chest, falling to the left or the right. Using your top palm to push up into a seat. Eyelids are respectfully closed, hands resting at heart center. Taking one last moment to appreciate this body, everything it's capable of, even when we don't even realize. Let your practice be a safe space to explore that strength. My name is Analisia. Thank you for joining.